Abarth C S.p.A. is a racing car and road car maker founded by Carlo Abarth in 1949. Its logo is a shield with a stylized scorpion on a red and yellow background. Abarth C S.p.A. is a fully owned subsidiary of FCA Italy S.p.A., the subsidiary of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles controlling its European automotive production activities. History 1949, Abarth C. Carlo Abarth had been sporting director of the FCA Italy factory racing team since 1947. In 1948 began the financial downfall of FCA Italy, spurred by the investments needed to put the 202 Coupe copyright into production. The following year the manufacturer went under, and founder Piero Duzio flew to Argentina. Carlo Abarth, funded by Armando Scagliarini, took over FCA Italy's assets, and on March 31, 1949 Abarth C was founded in Bologna. Carlo's astrological sign, Scorpio, was chosen as the company logo. From the FCA Italy liquidation Abarth obtained 5 204 sports cars, a D46 single-seater and various spares. The 204s were immediately rechristened Abarth 204A. Abarth built and raced sports cars developed from the last FCA Italy cars. In addition to Guido Scagliarini, the Squadra Abarth racing team lined up celebrated drivers such as Tazio Nuvolari, Franco Cortese and Piero Taruffi. Notably Tazio Nuvolari made his last appearance in racing at the wheel of an Abarth 204A, winning his class in the Palermo Monte Pellegrino hill climb on April 10, 1950. Alongside racing, the company's main activity was producing and selling accessories and performance parts for Fiat, Lancia, FCA Italy and Simca cars, like inlet manifolds and silencers. On April 9, 1951 the company's headquarters were moved to Turin. Abarth began his well-known association with Fiat in 1952, when it built the Abarth 1500 Biposto on Fiat mechanicals. In the 1960s, Abarth was successful in hill climbing and sports car racing, mainly in classes from 850 cc's to 2000 cc's, competing with Porsche 904 and Ferrari Dino. Hans Herrmann was a factory driver from 1962 until 1965, winning the 500 km na 1/4 Nürburgring in 1963 with Teddy Pillet. Abarth promised Johann Abt that he could race a factory car for free if he won all the races he entered. Abt almost succeeded. Of the 30 races he entered, Abt won 29 and finished second once. Abt later founded Abt Sportsline. Abarth produced high-performance exhaust pipes, diversifying into tuning kits for road vehicles, mainly for Fiat. A racing exhaust was produced for the 1950s Lambretta models D and LD. Original Abarth LD exhausts are now valuable collector's items. Reproductions are available which carry the Abarth name. How Fiat feels about this is not known. Lambretta even held several 125cc motorcycle land speed records during the 1950s thanks partly to the exhaust that Abarth developed for them. Abarth also helped build sports or racing cars with Porsche and Simca. 1971, Fiat takes over. Carlo sold Abarth to Fiat on July 31, 1971. The acquisition was only made public by Fiat with a press release on October 15. As Fiat was not interested the Reparto course racing operations, these were taken over by Enzo Osella. Osella obtained cars, spares, technicians and drivers, and continued the racing activity founding the Osella racing team. Thus ended for Abarth the days of sport prototype and hill climb racing. Under Fiat ownership, Abarth became the Fiat Group's racing department, managed by engine designer Elio Lampredi. Abarth prepared Fiat's rally cars, including the Fiat 124 Abarth Rally and 131 Abarth. In December 1977, in advance of the 1978 racing season, the beforehand competing Abarth and Squadra Corse Lancia factory racing operations were merged by Fiat into a single entity named EASA. Serfiorio was appointed director, while Daniel Ordetto was sporting director. The EASA headquarters was set up in Abarth's Corso Marche offices. The combined racing department developed the Lancia Beta Monte Carlo Turbo Group 5 racing car and the Lancia Rally 037 Group B rally car. On October 1, 1981, Abarth C ceased to exist and was replaced by Fiat Autogestione Sportiva, a division of the parent company specialized in the management of racing programs that would remain in operation through to the end of 1999, when it changed to Fiat Autocorse S.p.A. Some commercial models built by Fiat or its subsidiaries Lancia and Autobianchi were co-branded Abarth, including the Autobianchi A112 Abarth, a popular boy racer, because it was lightweight and inexpensive. In the 1980s Abarth name was mainly used to mark performance cars, such as the Fiat Ritmo Abarth 125/130 TC. In 2000s, Fiat used the Abarth brand to designate a trim model level, as in the Fiat Stilo Abarth. 2007, rebirth of Abarth C S.p.A. On February 1, 2007 Abarth was re-established as an independent unit with the launch of the current company, Abarth C S.p.A., controlled 100% by Fiat Group Automobiles S.p.A., the subsidiary of Fiat S.p.A. dealing with the production and selling of passenger cars and light commercial vehicles. The first model launched was the Abarth Gran Punto and the Abarth Gran Punto S 2000. The brand is based in the Officine 83, part of the old Mirafiori engineering plant. The CEO is Harold Wester. In 2015 Abarth's parent company was renamed FCA Italy S.p.A., reflecting the incorporation of Fiat S.p.A. into Fiat Chrysler Automobiles that took place in the previous months. Abarth cars. Current models Cars produced by Abarth Fiat Abarth 500, Fiat Abarth 750, Fiat Abarth 1000 TC, Fiat Abarth 850 TC, Abarth 1100 Scorpion Spider, Abarth 1500 Piposto, Abarth Simca 2000 Euro Cooper Copyright, Abarth 204A Berlinetta, Abarth 205A Berlinetta, Alfa Romeo Abarth 2000 Coupe, Abarth 207A Spider, Abarth 209A Bono Coupe, Porsche 356B Carrera GTL Abarth, Abarth Simca 1300 GT, Fiat Abarth OT 1000, Fiat Abarth OT 1600, Fiat Abarth OT 2000 Competition Cooper Copyright, Fiat Abarth Zagato 750, Fiat Abarth 2200, Fiat Abarth Alemanno 750 Spider, Fiat Abarth 2400, Fiat Abarth 1000 TCR Berliner, Autobianchi A112 Abarth, Fiat Abarth 595 SS, Fiat Abarth 695 SS, Abarth OT 1300, Abarth Monomil, Abarth Grand Prix Scorpion, Abarth 3000 Prototipo, Fiat Ritmo 125/130 TC Abarth, Fiat Abarth 124 Rally, Fiat 131 Abarth Rally, Lancia 037, Lancia Abarth Kappa Coupe Turbo. Cars not produced by Abarth but with Abarth badges Fiat Uno Turbo Mk2, Fiat Bravo GTH GT, Fiat Bravo Type 198, Fiat Stilo, Fiat Punto, Fiat Cinquecento Sporting, Fiat Seicento Sporting. Cars produced under Abarth C S.p.A. Abarth 500, Abarth 500 SS, Assetto Corsa Rally, 695 Tributo Ferrari, Abarth Gran Punto, Abarth Gran Punto SS, Abarth Punto Evo, Abarth Punto Supersport, Abarth 500C. Cars produced by other manufacturers with involvement from Abarth Lancia Delta S4 for Group BA Euro helped to engineer the engine which utilized a supercharger and turbocharger. Cars produced under Fiat Corsa Euro N technology named Abarth Fiat Punto Abarth, Fiat Cinquecento 900 Trofeo Ketka, Fiat Cinquecento Sporting 1.1 Rally Car, Fiat Seicento Sporting 1.1 Rally Car. International Rally Challenge results. See also. Notes. References. External links, official website, Abarth at DMOZ, Abarth on Facebook.